Stepping outside the realm of video games and onto the red carpet of the silver screen, video game adaptations into feature-length films have been a very rocky road. The Assassin's Creed adaptation met with poor reviews, and thanks to a certain 1990s bomb turned cult classic, video game movies have been barely hit, mostly miss. However, the zombie genre has been more popular than ever, mostly in part to AMC's The Walking Dead, creating a whole new fan base for the living dead, as well as zombies in video games making the best target for gun practice, like in Left 4 Dead. So a rendition of the Left 4 Dead series wouldn't be too far-fetched, now would it? Now let's take a step into an alternative reality with alternative facts and say which actors would best portray the 4 survivors of the first Left 4 Dead game. We also will not be including the voice actors who lended their talents to the video game survivors. So, sorry Jen Taylor, looks like you'll be sticking to voice acting as Princess Peach and the dead Cortana. And we'll also not be including the face models of the characters as well. One more rule, I won't be including actors from The Walking Dead or The Last of Us either, so don't go commenting that. This will all be based on an actor's talents, resemblance, and likability to not only draw in a crowd, but to make sure it's just not another shitty Hollywood sellout. Now, onto the list. Lewis, played by Keegan-Michael Key. Lewis, being a blind optimist, would need someone of high energy and a high voice and acting range to match his pitches and facial expressions. Fitting the role would be Keegan-Michael Key, who you would probably know from Comedy Central's Key and Peele, as well as Mad TV. And if you've ever watched the shows, you know how wide his acting range is. If you watched enough of the show, you would know how this slender dynamite could slip into the role of Lewis like a glove. From the buggy eyes and stressful situations, the demeanor of well-mannered everyday guy, to having hilarious loud outbursts when you shoot him, Key is the king of obnoxious loud outbursts and commentary, while also maintaining a mild-mannered middle-aged black man, as well as a vast role set to work with to really capture who Lewis is as a character. He would be the perfect fit for Lewis.
Time to nut up or shut up.
Francis, played by Woody Harrelson. Francis, being the negative yang to Lewis's yin, an actor would have to match his level of hating everything, as well as being able to pull off a goatee and biker vest. Who else could match this profile other than Woody Harrelson, who has had previous experience killing the undead as Tallahassee in Zombieland, which draws a near-perfect parallel profile between him and Francis. Assuming the guise of Francis would be a great persona for the bulky, underbitten man, not only would his personality and appearance come into play, but his interaction with Keegan's Lewis would make for some funny as hell dialogue and interactions. Woody has had some experience being the hard-ass, wisecracking asshole in his movie portfolio, and also would have a knack for one-liners. Let's face it, couldn't you just imagine Woody as Francis? Well, Mr. Harrelson, slip on your gloves, whip out your shotgun, and wish the viewing audience a
Merry Christmas.
Bill, portrayed by James Cromwell. When it comes to hardasses, Bill sticks out among the people left in an apocalyptic world thanks to his grizzled age and veteran experience. Actor James Cromwell, which you may not know, has seen his fair share of war flicks and played the warden in the Academy Award-winning film The Green Mile, as well as the farmer in Babe. And he's been dating a stern individual with a soft spot for the ones he loves. Also, heading a minor role in American Horror Story shows him the world of horror that Left 4 Dead has to offer. This experience alone would give him the knowledge of representing a man affected by war and taking over as a leader in order to lead his group of survivors to sanctuary. Just stick a white beard, green beret, and cigarette in mouth, and voila, a picture-perfect Bill. Now, if only Bill could just find a farm and raise his own pet pig in the end. Oh, Bill. Zoey, played by Jennifer Lawrence. Every few years, a new teenage, early 20s heartthrob enters the scene, pandering to the nerdy audience with their ravishing looks but geeky tastes. Emma Watson and Emma Stone are some of the women that fit this bill, but Jennifer Lawrence seems like a reasonable pick to put on the dark pink jacket of Zoey. On and off the screen, Jennifer has a compassionate personality while also holding a kick-your-ass attitude as seen in the Hunger Games series and Silver Linings Playbook. Zoey can be the cute, sarcastic type who can also be viewed as the daughter figure to Cromwell's interpretation of Bill, creating a great father-daughter dynamic. Zoey also borders on the line of acting like a goofy teenage girl and a mature young woman, which Lawrence encapsulates rather well on her own. I think Lawrence would just bring in enough people for a Left 4 Dead movie. Am I right? Now this video is a little short this time around, but I've been promising it for a while, and I know you may or may not agree with my choices, and as always, let me know in the comments if my taste in movies and actors is
one big pile of shit.
And as we transition, let's make one more note. If two separate movies were made for the groups of survivors, let's use the new trope for Connected Universe series, just like the Marvel Universe, and after the credit sequence, have Rochelle stepping up to Francis on the passing bridge with the short conversation to hint at the Left 4 Dead 2 Survivors' own movie. I can continue on and do the same for the Left 4 Dead 2 Survivors, so keep a lookout by liking and subscribing, and don't forget to hit that bell to keep up to date on WoW Such Gaming. And as always, stay WoW!
God damn it, Bill! Oh, it stinks!